Assalamualaikum and greeting everyone. Today, our group will present about group assignment from MAT 183, calculation application of definition. And this is our group member, Muhammad Amir Ashraf bin Anwar, Muhammad Safiq bin Ayrul Anwar, and Muhammad Haizi bin Zohawi. Application of definition. A definition rule can help people to solve many type of problem that they face, and we can use derivative to know volume and minimum value of particular function. What is maximum and minimum cost problem? The maximum and minimum cost problem involve finding the maximum or minimum value of the cost function subject to certain contrasts. They are very common encountered in optimization, where the goal is to maximizing or minimizing a particular quantity, often represent as a cost. The importance of the maximum and minimum cost in our life is very crucial in real life scenario, as it help some people. Meanwhile, in calculus, finding the maximum or minimum value of the function often subject to certain contracts. And this is our procedure to solve maximum and minimal cost problem. First step, we need to understand the problem, and then we need to find cost to help out to find first derivative, second derivative, and second derivative to help us to compare which one is maximum or minimum. Problem statement. The Cocoa Factory would like to produce a chocolate bar with a value of 204 centimeter. What should be division of the chocolate to use? The least material design a minimum two different shape of the chocolate bar. Based on the market value of the material used, estimate the minimum cost of the chocolate bar. Based on the problem statement, our team used two choice of the shape of chocolate. First is cylinder and rectangle shape. Since we have two different shapes, we use the same value. What is it? Value used is 204 centimeter, and the cost of the chocolate per 1 gram, we use $0.02 from our paper. I will.
Hi, my name is Mohammad Hazi bin Chowri. Today, I will present my part, which is step 2, finding cost of rectangle. As we can see with this formula, we can find minimum cost of chocolate. So for the first picture, we have rectangle shape, which is V equal to 204, x square h, which is mean height, h mean height equal to 204, and h equal to 204 over x square. So in the second picture, we can see the cost C, which is mean the method we use to count this chocolate in 1 gram. So let's move on to next step, which is step 3 and 4. First derivative and second derivative. First, we have dc per dx, which is we use this formula to count or to calculate the shape of the chocolate. So for the second step, we use PC per dx to find the cost of the one shape chocolate in dollar.
So for our second object, we'll be choosing a cylinder-shaped chocolate. A chocolate, a specially crafted chocolate, is equals to $4.2. So if we wanted to know how many dollars per gram, we will be dividing $4.2 divided by 204 grams, which is $0.02 per gram. And as you can see, the volume of the cylinder is 204 centimeter volume. And the first step is volume equals to pi radius square height equals to 204 volume. And from the first step, we can get the height, which is the second step, which is h equals to 204 over pi radius square. And the third step is we can calculate the volume. A equals to 2 pi r square plus 2 pi radius height. And from there, we can get 2 pi radius square plus 408 over r over radius, which is shown from above. And the fourth step is the first derivative, which is 4 pi r minus 408 over radius square equals to 0, which we will get the radius from, which is r equals to 3.19 centimeter. And on to the fifth step, which is the second derivative and the testing phase, which is, as you can see, at r equals to 3.19, we will sub it into the second derivative, which is 4 pi plus 816 over r volume, which is equal to 37.70. Therefore, A is minimized when r is equals to 3.19. And on to the cost of the chocolate, which is cost C equals to cost material 2 pi r square plus cost material 2 pi radius height. And the final one will be 0.04 open bracket pi r square plus 16.32 over radius. And when r is equals to 3.19 centimeter, which we have calculated before, C and you sub C into the cost formula, which is 0.04 open bracket pi open bracket 3.19, which is the original r, which is subbed in from 3.19 from the previous calculation that we have calculated. 3.19 square plus 16.32 over 3.19, which is the previous radius also. Close bracket, and then equals to the cost of the chocolate is $6.39. Therefore, the minimum cost for a chocolate is $6.39 for a cylinder-shaped one. That is all for me, Muhammad Ahmed Syed bin Anwar. Thank you, sir.
So we go to the next of our agenda, which is the comparison of what chocolate shape is more cheaper. So in the first picture, we can see the rectangle shape, which is cost by $5.546. And for the second picture, we can see the price of minimum chocolate that we use to make chocolate in the cylinder shape, which is $6.39. As I can see from the two pictures, the most cheap or the cheaper is the rectangle shape, because the rectangle shape only costs $5.56. So now we go to the last point of this presentation, which is reference list. As we can see, we have several lists from the other sources, which is in from the Google, the the website of the factory itself, and Facebook.
That's the end of our presentation. So thank you for listening and good night.